In this video, I will be critiquing two of the greatest bench presses to ever walk this earth. The big Russian Kirill Sarychev and the even bigger American Julius Maddox. If you've not heard of either of these giants, Kirill is the ex-world record holder with a PR of 335 kilograms, that's 738 pounds in competition. And Julius being the current world record holder with a PR of 355 kilograms, that is 782 pounds in competition, both raw. A little about me, I held the all-time Australian total record in the 140 kilogram or 308 pound weight class from 2020 until 2022 with a total of 1,050 kilograms, that is 2,314 pounds. And now I will be critiquing both of these lifters and their bench press to identify their strengths on the bench, but also to identify their weaknesses, if there are any at all. After we take a look at some stupidly heavy weights being thrown around, I want to talk about these monsters from a couple of different perspectives to determine who is the true GOAT of the bench press. So strap in, because you are about to witness two of the strongest motherfuckers ever. They are not human. Alright, starting with Kirill, the big Russian, 252 kilos, 555 pounds. Let's have a look. We've got a lot of reps here, I think. Looking at around 9 repetitions. That is unbelievable. Now his technique. Oh man. Now, Kirill, for me, is the master technician, okay? Now, the control and precision he has with that barbell is out of control. These reps are consistent. That is otherworldly. There's one thing, right, that he does that I would not recommend other people do. Okay, now I've seen other people attempt to do this and it doesn't work out well for them. So when I give this critique, understand that it's not for Kirill. What he does is working extremely well for him. He is the technical genius. That is an absolutely incredible technique to look at. Such control and precision with such heavy weights consistently. But one thing that he is doing that I would not teach someone to do is not actually bracing before he brings the barbell down to his chest. Okay, so he is breathing in as he's bringing the barbell down. Now he is just so incredibly strong that somehow he's able to actually pull his chest up to the bar as it is coming down whilst taking a breath. Okay, now normally people will get their breath before they start bringing the barbell down. They'll lock the brace off with that breath to get that really good big chest position, but he's able to do that as the weight's coming down. I've never seen someone else do that anywhere near as successfully as Kirill. But everything else with his bench press is just pretty. Like, that is just utter control of heavy weights for reps. We'll have a look at his next set, and I imagine it's going to be pretty much as flawless as that. Let's go. 300 kilograms, 4 reps, 661 pounds. Get the fuck out. This is stupid. Man. Wow, 4 reps, man. And again, every repetition is just really nice. Just such control. That is such a soft touch. The tension that he is maintaining is what I would call absolutely optimal. And if you want your bench press to look like anyone's, I'm going to go ahead and say this is probably the man to mirror it off. That is incredible, albeit the one thing that I maybe would not teach with the breathing and bracing. But this man's not even wearing wrist wraps. This man is strong. I've had the pleasure of meeting Kirill several times, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. He is the head of the WRPF Federation of Powerlifting. It's a big federation. Do me a massive favor, gang. Like this video. Drop a comment. Let me know if you're enjoying it so far. And of course, subscribe to your mum's favorite channel on YouTube, Cult Strength, baby. That's what's up. And forgive my bandage. Had my bicep reattached yesterday. I'm in good spirits though, gang. Don't you worry about that. Moving on. Now, this competition was in Australia. Now, this was the golden era of powerlifting. I don't care what you say. Zahir, look at him. Ed Cohen reffing. Andrei Milanichev, the GOAT of 3-lift powerlifting in my opinion. And this motherfucker on the bench. Kirill Sarychev, 315 kilograms in competition. It's around 695 pounds. Let's have a look at this. This was around 2010, maybe 2012, quite a while ago. That pause, man, precision. It does not sink. It does not sink at all. At all. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, my best ever bench is 260 kilograms, 573 pounds. I'm proud of that. My all-time lifetime goal is to hit 600 pounds. Obviously, bit of a hurdle at the moment with things, but just to see someone absolutely manhandle nearly 700 pounds with a pause is just crazy, man. That is insanity. Next up, 325 kilograms, it looks like to me. I believe this was a world record attempt. I believe. Let's have a look. And for such a big guy, he is in such an incredible position. I want to talk about that in a moment. Wow. Fucking hell, man. He is a monster. Now, again, just precision, consistency. That's why I always talk about practicing in your warm-ups, every opportunity you get. Practice at being better because it will pay off. This man is a technician, but he's also a fucking monster. Now, I think he's like 6'5". I know he's a little bit taller than me, but this dude was big, man. I think when he was benching, you know, these world records at the time, I think he was around 170 kilos or so. But the man wasn't fat. The man wasn't fat. He was a thick boy. He was strong, but his technique was precise. And something I'm definitely going to talk about later is that he definitely did not hit his ceiling. He did not go near his potential, which is fucking scary. That is mind fucking blowing, man. God damn. All right. Now, next up, I think we've got his biggest bench press of all time, I believe. 335 kilograms. 335 kilograms on the bar, world record attempt. This is insanity. This is 738 pounds. And just look at the control of the barbell, the pause, and the relative ease. It makes me sick to my stomach. God damn. That looks fucking like a good situation to bench press in, by the way. All that energy around you, it fucking helps. Absolutely. No shit. Alright, let's do it. Let's see it. Let's see it, baby. Let's see it. Fuck. Get the fuck out of town. Man, another angle, even when it gets tough, it's just under control. There's no loss of stability, no wobbles. The man is an absolute fucking monster. That is incredible. And he is, in my opinion, what people should model their bench press technique on. And perhaps after we watch some of Julius's bench press, maybe we can make some justifications as to why he is potentially the GOAT. Kirill, that is. But we also have to look at Julius and what he's achieved, and then we can actually have that discussion. But that is incredible. They are some insane feats of strength, and when he was doing this, there was no one that was close. No one that could touch him. This was just before Julius really burst onto the scene, but Kirill was a monster Russian. He is a beast, but also a gentleman, and had the privilege of meeting him several times and actually getting to have dinner a couple of times and get to know him. So that was excellent. But we're going to move on now to Julius Maddox, the current world record holder on the motherfucking bench press. This dude is a beast. Let's have a look at what we got here. 600 pounds for 8 repetitions. This is my fucking lifetime goal. Fuck me. Come on, dude. Don't upset me already. 8 repetitions. What are you talking about? What do you mean? That's dumb. Look at the size of this guy. That's just brute strength, man. That's just brute strength. God damn. I don't know if you guys watched my critique of Josh Baker, the Gym Reaper, the other day. That dude is brutally strong, just brute strength. And reminds me of Julius Maddox in a sense. Obviously, Julius is stronger. He is the strongest. And just watching that, you know, from a technical standpoint, I'm not critiquing Julius, right? When I say critique, I'm offering you guys some advice on perhaps what not to do and what to do, what to follow, right? Because we can take things from both people, okay? Now with Julius, he is definitely more brute strength. He is just a powerhouse. This man was weighing over 200 kilograms, I believe, when setting world records, which is just a big man, right? Now, he relies on that brute strength more than the technique. I would say there is not a lot of focus on the technique. Also, because he's a really big guy, we can sit there and say that it's hard to get into position and things like that. But when you look at Kirill Sarychev, who is actually taller than Julius, I believe, perhaps we could argue he's in better shape, right, physically, and that gives him more mobility. But I do believe there's always room for even the best to get better. And I'm not saying this as advice to him, as I said, but if we want to, you know, pick things apart, you know, could Julius potentially have bench pressed his goal of 800 pounds in competition if he had perhaps spent a little more time refining the little things? But that's not for me to decide. Maybe you can let me know in the comments what you think, but we're going to keep rolling because these weights are only going to get heavier now, and that is fucking scary. Deary me. We have 300 kilos here, 661 pounds for repetitions. He is laying flat on that bench. There is no real leg drive, and he is heaving that weight up. 3 repetitions, I believe. And he could have done a 4th. Again, he could have done a 4th. You know, that is crazy. That is just brute strength. And he is just letting that bar come in, sit on his chest. But he does a fantastic job of maintaining a great position under such a heavy load. Now, when we think about letting a bar rest on the chest, like even for me, you know, benching, let's say we're doing some reps with like 200 or 220 kilos, letting a bar rest on the chest, that's a lot of pressure, that's a lot of weight. And it really does affect our position, and we tend to flatten out, which is why we have to work so hard to keep that position. This man is so thick and so strong that he is letting 300 kilograms rest on his chest and maintaining that strong enough position in his upper back to somehow move that weight like it's nothing. And that to me blows my fucking mind. It is an incredible feat of strength and nothing but respect for that, man. Like, I wish I could do that. You know what I mean? Like, I think we all kind of wish we could do these things, but, you know, it is what it is, gang. But, yeah, scary. Moving on. I think we're looking at competition. So 330 kilos. This was his attempt before his world record. Like an opener. Fucking hell. Alright, this is his world record attempt. 355 kilograms. That's 782 pounds. No arch. Hardly any leg drive. Long range of motion. Man. And it's like, here's another angle of it. Just look at this. Look at this brute strength. Just stop it, dude. Now, for him, right, I've been an athlete at quite a high level for a long time. over a decade competing in powerlifting and coaching and other sports before that. Now, I can tell watching that he would probably watch the video and think, you fucking idiot, we should have just taken the 800 pounds then and there, because he was more than likely capable of hitting it. That looked RPE 8. I think he definitely had another 7.5 to 8 kilograms in the tank. And that's just the beauty of the sport, man. Sometimes we're surprised by our strength. Sometimes our strength isn't what we think it is. Sometimes what we want it to be. And sometimes, we don't have that fortune. We don't get to see into the future, and it's just hindsight. But, he was on fire that day. That is the biggest bench press to ever be done in competition. And it's mind-blowing. That's mind-blowing. My best squat in sleeves is just over 800 pounds, which is close to that. My best squat. And that's bench press, man. That's his arms. They're not arms, man. They're fucking legs on his upper body. They're torso legs. All right, let's have a look at this. This was his biggest ever successful bench press in the gym. 360 kilograms. It's like 795 pounds. Look at this, man. I love it. No safety rails. Fuck it, man. Let's do it. And paused. Let me just say, I am enjoying the pain medication that I got from the hospital, and watching this is a blast. That was crazy. Before today, did not even know he had done more than 355 kilos. I knew that was his comp PR, but that's out of control, man. 360 kilos. That's a heavy deadlift. My best deadlift is heavier than that, but point being, that's a heavy deadlift. How many people can pull 360 kilos? No offense to you if you can't, because it's fucking crazy. Let me know in the comments if you can, though, because that is also crazy. If you can pull 360 kilos, that's impressive. Fuck me. We got one more to go. Make sure you like this video, drop a comment, subscribe. Let me know if you're really enjoying this critiquing comment. I want to keep doing it. I'm really enjoying it, and it's easy for me to make while I can't do much else in the gym. So we keep this channel rolling, and I truly appreciate your support, and I couldn't do it without you. Well, I could, but no one would watch it, and what would be the point? You know what I'm saying? The last one, this is a miss in competition, but this is an 800-pound attempt. And in my opinion, I feel like he was hard done by. You have to watch this. We'll talk about it. He got stuffed up a little bit here. We'll just say that. 800 pounds in competition attempt. Unracks it. Ready. Oh. Misload. Someone put an extra 25 kilogram plate on the bar. This is high stakes. That is a foolish mistake, and potentially it just cost him the biggest bench press of all time, the first 800-pound bench press of all time. He comes back and he tries again. This is a monster. To come back and do it again. Mentality. Fucking, and almost got it. Like, the frustration that man would feel when you prepare for something and something outside of your fucking control happens that ruins the fucking party. It's so frustrating. It makes me hurt for him because I've been there before. But that's even bigger than anything I would have ever attempted. You know, that's the biggest bench press of all time. The first 800 pounds raw in competition. Fucked. Probably because someone put another fucking plate on the bar. Sorry if I'm getting emotional. But let's talk about these two guys. Now, who is the true GOAT? We'll have a look at a couple of perspectives. For me, I'm going to talk about this. Kirill Sarychev. Now, something that really needs to be spoken about, although he hasn't bench pressed as much as Julius, his technique is flawless and his potential is endless. Okay, now I believe that if he had kept going, that he would have been the first person to bench press 800 pounds in competition, without a doubt. Another couple of years and he would have done it. Tops, okay? Now he didn't do it. And I'm not sure why. I believe he just really focused on business. He's the head of WRPF. I'm sure he's got other business ventures and he's doing incredibly well for himself. A very successful man, great guy, doing well. So he achieved a lot, and perhaps that was enough for him. Right now, he is just behind the scenes running it all. So I think that he could have, and most likely would have, been the first to bench 800 pounds in competition. But in saying that, he didn't. All right. But if we're going to talk about the best ever bench press technique under a heavy load, Kirill's the technique goat, in my opinion. Now, Julius Maddox, just a fucking animal. That is just strong, man. Crazy strong, okay? And his technique is left a little wanting. But at the end of the day, again, this man is capable of bench pressing more than 800 pounds in competition. Okay, now he stopped. I think he may have got injured. Maybe some stuff happened. You know, life gets in the way. He may be coming around for another turn. I'm not too sure. But he's capable of doing it. Okay, and I think that he is the true GOAT of the bench press. Simply because he's benched the heaviest weight. Okay, that's full stop. But also I think he has potential to take that even further again. If he actually spent, I'm not saying he doesn't spend time on his technique. He has a great coach and they have a great plan. I believe he's under Jailhouse Strong, Josh Bryant. So nothing negative there. But just such a big guy who maybe just relied on strength a little bit too much. But if he put some of the energy into improving the movement and his positioning, then maybe 370 kilos plus is there for him. But that's just my humble opinion. My opinion doesn't really matter to him, nor should it. I'm just massive respect for these guys who put so much into just one thing, that bench specialist. I love the mentality of a specialist. It really opens my eyes to what people are really capable of, and I think that's the beauty of strength sports. You know, we're pushing our body beyond its limits, and there's people out there that are just taking it to the next level all the time. And you know, I'm sitting here injured, but I'm grateful that I can have a perspective and see this and share it with you and talk about it with passion, because I truly love it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments who is the GOAT of bench press in your eyes. Raw, of course. Equipped is a different conversation altogether, and something that I don't have enough experience in perfectly to necessarily make a video on. I haven't followed any equipped lifting, but raw is where it's at for me. Let me know if you enjoyed it, gang. Until next time, make sure you go to cultstrength.square.site to grab your programs. That would really mean a lot to me at the moment. That support would be amazing, truly. So I appreciate it if you head there and grab your program. Single lift, 3 lift, whatever you fucking want, baby. We got it. And then go to the fucking gym because you need to run that program, boy. Let's go.